DC Comics is absolutely cooking right now over with Absolute Batman, turning the Joker into a literal demon. Let's hop back over here to the Marvel side and catch up on Ultimate Wolverine, issue 9. And welcome back to the dissection table. This is where we take the latest video game trailers, comics, break it down bit by bit. When it comes to the absolute brutality and just overall gruesome nature of the Ultimate Verse, right here with, Ultimate Wolverine and this whole comic run right now, a lot of people were kind of curious, what about the fate of some of the X-Men and other mutants and other Marvel characters in general whenever it comes to this run right now? And unfortunately for a lot of us, a lot of people have been asking, where the hell is Cyclops? Unfortunately, we do find him in this issue, and oh god. Personally, I would have just much rather have gotten the Winter Soldier treatment that Wolverine got, rather than had to have gotten what Cyclops did. Oh god. And by the way, if you need to get caught up on all these issues of Ultimate Wolverine, you'll find them right over here on my TikTok, and eventually I will be making a dedicated playlist over on my YouTube whenever I wrap my brain fully around editing. I thought I had, but I still need apparently a little more practice. But anyway, on to issue number 9. This whole entire adventure kicks off with a Sentinel from the Ultimate Verse coming in, and these look very intimidating. I don't know what it is about them being scary because they don't have a mouth, but it works. The Eurasian Republic, they're using these Sentinels as you would expect to track down, capture, and eliminate their targets, aka mutants that are fighting against them, against, evil Colossus, evil magic, Omega Red, even though Omega Red has always been evil. But yeah, they've got Sentinels. Now, this Sentinel flies into Base 77, and the people here are basically like, yo, we've got these big egghead scientists and doctors, one of them being Dr. Prisovich. I hope I didn't butcher the enunciation there. But yeah, this Sentinel's coming to this base. They've got, they need to make sure the whole entire base is, nice and clean because it's basically this, the equivalent of an inspection going on. And then this rogue Sentinel pulls up, and they're like, yo, didn't this unit go missing? Then they scan it and they're like, okay, yeah, this Sentinel did kind of go missing and its coding is kind of muffled up, and apparently the Sentinel also has, captured mutants on board it. What in the world is going on? We don't know, but let's just go ahead and just start running a diagnostic. Let's put this thing through the ringer and just, clean it up and tidy it up because, the bosses are coming through. So that's exactly what they do right here at this Bay 77, and they're like, okay, let's get the codes, let's get this unit cleaned up. And then, lo and behold, as they're approaching it, and they're a little cautious, they're like, get more units here just in case, we don't even know where the hell this unit went missing, but now it's back. Let's just be a little cautious. But as they approach it, and as they think they're, going to get to the whole cleanup job here and everything before the bosses come through, the weapon systems on this Sentinel become activated. Oh shit. Now let's turn the clock back to yesterday. Leader of the good guys this time around, Mikhail Rasputin, who traditionally is actually one of the bad guys, Colossus's evil brother. He's actually the good guy, the leader of the good guys. And right here, he's talking to Forge, just kind of breathing down his neck. Yo, is this Sentinel gonna be ready for the operation? And Forge is like, don't worry, it's gonna be ready. After breathing down Forge's neck for a little bit, Mikhail goes on this pep talk, basically explaining to everybody, all the good guys right here, and yeah, this is a Sentinel, we've all gone up against one, but this one is on our side, specifically for the sole reason that the One is on board it. He graciously decided to basically integrate himself into this Sentinel unit to help us out. And the One is actually Legion in this universe. If you need to get caught up on just exactly what happened to him and everything else, you'll find, again, that and some of the previous issues I've covered. But yeah, Legion, he's basically an AI in this verse, and now he's been integrated into this Sentinel unit for this mission. Now, everybody is now giving Mikhail just a little bit of an attitude here because this whole entire operation is like, why in the hell are we doing this? Why do we need the One and get integrated into the Sentinel unit? Why are we attacking this facility? This all just seems kind of random, kind of a little bit of a waste of our time. And this is when Mikhail goes and breaks it all down for us. This facility doesn't just produce Sentinels that they're planning to hit. No, this facility actually is one that produces not just Sentinels, but Sentinels that have been combined with mutants in some pretty horrifying, gruesome ways. So we want to hit this facility as quickly as we can to not only save some of the captive mutants that are at this specific facility, but also to prevent them from being merged with Sentinels. But that's only half of the issue here. Yeah, the other issue is the fact that once they hit this facility, trying to, basically destroy it and also, save any captive mutants there. Once they hit this facility, a gamma explosive device is going to be activated. Yes, gamma is in the same gamma radiation that made the Hulk. Yeah, this device is going to get ready to go up and take out the whole entire facility, and they got 5 minutes to get in and out. And Mikhail's kind of impressed because this whole entire failsafe, it's of his design. Cut back to the present. You probably guessed this. You probably definitely didn't see this coming. The Sentinel opens up. Wolverine, Sabretooth, Black Widow, and Mikhail all pull her out. It was a Trojan horse. Now, this plan, this whole entire strategy, it's like a hit and run type of move right here. We need to get in, get all the mutants that are held captive here, and then get the hell out. Because again, this facility, it's got 5 minutes before that gamma device goes kaboom. But unfortunately, Wolverine sees Dr. Prisovich. I hope I didn't butcher the enunciation. I'm trying. The very same doctor that was responsible for the whole entire brainwashing program that turned Wolverine into the Winter Soldier in this comic run. And obviously, when Wolverine sees her, he's only got one thing on his mind: revenge! Unfortunately for Wolverine, his revenge is very short-lived, because the director and her assistant, another doctor whose name I can't really remember, probably because I can't even enunciate it correctly, but unfortunately for Wolverine, the director and this other doctor, can't remember the name exactly like I said, they call up these brand new Sentinels I mentioned. These Sentinels merged with mutants, and they're called these SS1 units or something. And again, this is Sentinel combined with mutant in a very physical sense of the word. So, fair disclosure, this is just a teeny tiny little up, okay? The director and the other doctor get saved by two of these brand new Sentinel types, again, merged with, Sentinel and mutant. And unfortunately, this Sentinel is where we find the fate of Cyclops, because he has actually been merged with the Sentinels. Good God. There's his head, and this other unit is more than likely his body. These people, my God. Even though he got blasted by Cyclops, the one, aka, the Sentinel, pulls up, and the one, of course, like I said, being Legion, he pulls up, he saves Wolverine, and his hunt isn't over just yet. Dr. Persovich right here and the other doctor, basically they give the order for the XS1 units, aka Cyclops turned evil Sentinel, head dismembered the evil Sentinel. God, that's gruesome. But yeah, basically they give the order for these units to protect them while they try to get the hell out of there, because the clock is officially ticking. That gamma device is about to go off. Good thing they gave the order for Cyclops, the, turned evil Sentinel to protect them, because Wolverine, he's a man possessed. He wants this doctor, and he wants his revenge now. That's when the evil Cyclops pulls up and a huge battle ensues. A battle that's officially going Wolverine's way whenever he destroys the body unit of Cyclops. Not the unit that has his head, but the unit that had been turned into a Sentinel through, integrated with his actual physical body. Why did they separate his head? Destroying his body didn't sit very well with Cyclops, even though he's not exactly in his right mind. No pun intended there, if there is even a pun there. But yeah, he blasts Wolverine again. He gets sent flying, and unfortunately, he might have, ultimately destroyed the body of Cyclops, but unfortunately that battle did cost him the time needed to actually track down Dr. Persovich, and unfortunately, she gets away. For now, anyway. I'm pretty sure Wolverine will still get his revenge eventually. Clock's ticking now. Now it's time to regroup with everybody else, and Mikhail's talking to Sabretooth like, where the hell is Wolverine? He kind of went, off the rails, did not help us out getting all these mutants back to the Sentinel, back to the one. Where is he? And he pulls up. A little bruised, a little battered, and unfortunately, his temper's still there, and he still wants his revenge. But overall, this mission, success! Everybody gets on board the Sentinel, aka, with the one, and then the gamma device goes kaboom off in the distance. Job done, mission success. But let's take a look back at that one panel real quick. Who's that with Mikhail? See that ice right up there next to him right there? If they manage to save Iceman out of this facility, game over. Granted, this is a Bobby Drake who's been held captive, if that is indeed Iceman, but if it is him, and it doesn't matter if he's inexperienced or not, he's an Omega level mutant. This is someone who can change the tide and help them beat the Eurasian Republic at this terrible war that they're at. Yeah, it looks like they might have Iceman, and let's not forget, we still don't know the fate of Angel. They did defeat him, but maybe the one will have helped him just like how he helped Wolverine and, undo the Winter Soldier programming. So they could have Iceman and this horrifying interpretation of Angel. That was issue 9 of Ultimate Wolverine. Issue 10 is dropping this October 1st, and I can't wait to see it. It looks good. That'll do it for the breakdown this time. If you enjoyed, please make sure to give me a follow, like, and a comment right over here. And especially make sure you hit the follow so I can continue to keep y'all informed on all things video games, trailers, comics, and more. But again, I hope y'all enjoyed, and hope to see y'all in the next one.